So let's get to it. I didn't feel very motivated by this week's shows. I asked my coworkers at soaps.com, wonder if the world will end if I just don't write a column this week. They instantly agreed to that plan because they are the incredibly supportive group that they are, or possibly because they were thinking, hey, if it works for him, can I do it too? Richard, you have a responsibility to loyal readers like Wicked Red and Jade, I told myself. Please at least mention Thomas so that they can target their ire in your approximate way. Without further ado, let's begin. Uncertain Thomas. What is happening to Hope? Is there a brain tumor? Identity dissociation disorder? Seriously, this early in midlife? I will, however, admit that I'm curious. It seems like she's just giving in to sexual impulses because her mother instilled the idea that she is a decent girl in her mind. But surely it can't be that easy. I mean, Hope seemed to enter a fantasy world when she caught a peek of Thomas' photo over Steffi's shoulder. Even though I know this will shock some of you, Thomas is still adamant that he's changed, and I really, really want to believe him. Imagine if Hope threw herself at Thomas while coping with whatever it is she's dealing with, who keeps her at a distance and maintains his strength. Hope, unable to control her own bizarre behavior, may lie and say Thomas came onto her if someone were to see them in yet another intimate setting. Who would support her in this? What if Taylor herself started to doubt his claims of innocence? Because Thomas would get to play the good guy for once, I'd definitely watch that narrative. He might even accept the responsibility himself in order to defend Hope and her marriage. Lovemaker. It was plain strange when Hope suggested possible dates for Thomas in that scene. First of all, everyone she mentioned was employed by the business. Perhaps that shouldn't be encouraged, given Thomas' past. Even stranger though, she failed to mention Charlotte, with whom Thomas already had a past and who had only entered the room 2 minutes prior, plainly flirting with him. They were canoodling back in 2017, when Pearson Fode was playing Thomas. We're at it again. Who's willing to give Steffi and Liam another chance? No. Because I think that's the direction we're going. I mean, in the episode from last Friday, Steffi was gushing to Hope about how great their marriages are doing. In addition, we witnessed a great deal of intimacy between Liam and Steffi, more on that later. Thomas also stated that he would not pursue Hope even if she made advances toward him. And you could almost see Liam, who is notorious for overreacting to anything, draw the incorrect conclusion, hurry down the hallway and yell to Steffi, I made a mistake. Bring me back. How Finn fits into all of his is the great unknown. He is completely aware of his wife's relationship with Liam and his father in the past. Time will only tell. Mixed signals. This week, Brooke spoke to Ridge in the correct ways, but her deeds didn't match her words. She reprimanded her crazed ex. We're not teenagers anymore. We can't give in to every whim or craving. It seems as though she has learned from the past. Just one little issue. She was virtually purring every syllable as she spoke while wearing sexy underwear and gave him her best come-hither expression. Later, when relating her night with Ridge to Taylor, she wasn't entirely truthful. And Taylor just had to emphasize that this Brooke wouldn't wander around in a nightgown, you know, the way she just had to drive the point home in the most obvious way imaginable. If we're just going to return to that triangle, what was the point of Taylor and Brooke's major epiphany over Ridge? And that's definitely where it feels like we're going. Sorry, Hollis, but I'm very certain you're just a passing diversion. Random thoughts. The scenes on Thursday where co-parents Steffi and Liam talked about Kelly's busy schedule and her popularity were wonderful. Every audience member could identify to it because it was a genuine moment. Even though Steffi and Liam are wealthy and had nannies, at that particular time they seemed ridiculously ordinary. Why is the culture line never mentioned at Forrester Creations? It seems like the company exclusively produces hope for the future at this point. And how often does HTF release a new collection each year? They're pushing out a third show after the huge one last November, and another in January, which made its debut off-screen. Shouldn't HTF be looking for a different designer in case Thomas doesn't work out? Why do they place themselves in a position where they will face the same issue again? Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Daily Bold Media, and stay with us.